Hello, thank you for joining me. It's Sunday the 11th of February and I have a 2-card tarot reading for you. I'm using my Rider-Waite deck today. Thank you to those of you that sent me get well soon messages. My headache did eventually go. Took a long time, but I'm feeling much better today. Okay, so let's see what we've got for our card message today. So I'm going to go with that one. Doesn't want to turn around, doesn't want to tell me what it is. Very secretive. Okay, we've got the 8 of Swords and we've got the Queen of Wands. Okay, so I'm having a look at these 2 cards and thinking to myself, they've got nothing in common. Have they really? Do you see anything in common with them? The only thing I can see actually, as I said that, I'm drawn now to looking at this castle. And my imagination's going now, my creative storytelling. Wonder if this queen is actually living in that castle looking down at this girl. And if so, what is she saying? Looks like she's looking out somewhere, doesn't she? Maybe she's looking out the window and can see this girl trapped. Maybe it reminds her of someone she used to be. You know, it's interesting, isn't it? Sometimes you meet people in life and you can see they're going through a hard time and you've been through that same hard time and you just want to say to them, it gets easier. I always say that to people when I see them with like a child out and they're like got a little toddler or they're throwing a tantrum on the floor or something, you know, or they're a baby and they've got like 20 million bags. Because do you remember, I don't know if any of you've got young kids, but I certainly remember it was quite the ordeal just leaving the house. And sometimes when I see people that are really flustered like that, I do say to them, don't worry, it does get easier. And that's the message and the memories that are being downloaded to me today by my guides. They either plant memories, songs, or film references, and that's what I've got today. So I'm going to go with that. I feel like this person here is looking at this person here and going, do you know what? It's so easy. Just, you know, all you need to do is take that blindfold out, wriggle out of those ties, and you'll be fine. Just come over here. Come over here. It's fine. The path is clear. You can get here. And I feel like in our lives, sometimes we are the person cheering somebody else on or just giving them that little message of hope that I know you're going through a tough time at the minute, but you will be okay. And sometimes we're this person and someone comes in to give us that message. So maybe today you will have a little bit of compassion for somebody that you know or somebody that you can see is having a bit of a bad time or just having a moment, and you can just be that person to go, it's all right. And I think there's a message here collectively, isn't it? That there are times in our lives when we are this self-assured, confident Queen of Wands and everything's fine and everything's running smoothly and we're enjoying life and we're up high, just like up high in this castle. And sometimes we're not. And I think if we all help each other through in the good times and the bad, then it just makes things a bit easier, because, you know, all being together in the same situation, in the same world, we're all just trying to do our best, aren't we? And I think if you're trying to struggle on your own, it can be very, very difficult. Obviously, if this lady just got a little bit of help, she'd be fine. And, you know, the Queen sitting there on her throne, she needs a lot of help as well, doesn't she? And a lot of support. Otherwise, she's not going to be able to get anything done. So there's a couple of things that I'm looking at as well, which are throwbacks to other messages we've had recently. I'm looking at this sunflower. I'm reminded of a message that we had recently about planting seeds for the future. What can we do now that maybe in the summer or in sort of 6 to 8 months time may be something that's grown into something quite amazing. And that can actually be plants, or it could be ideas, businesses, whatever it is that you feel like you want to be starting now that will come into something bigger later in the year. I'm also looking at this water, and I'm reminded of that guy in the Eight of Cups that we had recently. He had his red cloak on and his red boots, and this lady's got a red dress on. So there's some similarities there about moving over some kind of rocky ground and getting to where you need to go. And of course, this is a number 8 card as well. And for me, that does suggest this moment when we're beginning to get that understanding in our lives that we are the person that can make things happen. We are the person. We're not waiting around for somebody else. The changes and the power has to come from us and us alone. So I do feel like these 2 cards are 2 characters in the same story. And that can play out in our own lives as well. So, you know, whichever one of these people that you resonate with a little bit more, then perhaps look around and see if you've got the other person in your life in some way. It might even just be a chance meeting that you get today, a stranger perhaps that you really help or they really help you in some way. Sometimes those chance meetings are the best, aren't they? That's life, isn't it? We never quite know who's going to come into our lives and change our days, hopefully for the better. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed that message. I'll be back again tomorrow with another one. Have a lovely day. Bye for now.